EliteAri, I don't have a bit.
Just
I
didn't do
repeated a
anything.
bit. I said that to EliteAri about 2 minutes ago, but this time we're recording EliteAri. This is crazy.
Okay, we are recording. All right.
I couldn't
Crazy.
think of anything
The
clever.
mental games he plays with me beforehand. It's crazy.
How are you ever
Here we
supposed to know?
Yeah.
See, I love listening
Chapter
back to the beginning
175.
bits.
Both hands.
But this time, there's nothing to listen to.
All right.
I would click off this video if I was watching. Now, I did click record, right? Oh, we're recording. I'm a genius. Chainsaw Man Chapter 175, not whatever EliteAri just said, Both Hands, by Tatsumi Fujimoto, and EliteAri translation and lettering by Who Cares, because there's no fucking words.
That's not true. They did do the translation and lettering for the chapter title.
True.
Tatsuki Fujimoto's name and for the actual name of the series. It's all there.
You know, EliteAri, in some old-ass anime shit, and by that I mean Pokemon, and perhaps Yu-Gi-Oh!, the two greatest series of all time, as we all understand, they used to translate the fucking Japanese into the English. Like, if it was written on a sign, or if it was written on the a title of a building. I've seen contrasting Pokemon images, where it'll be like a Pokemon Center, but one will have Pokemon Center on it, and the other one will be in Japanese or something. So, they didn't do it, but maybe they translated hit.
I actually don't know if they would translate hit. I feel like that's something they were very unlikely to do because that's like changing the art. But maybe
Because English is cool when you're Japanese, EliteAri. So, and Fujimoto is cool, so he put it in English.
Well, sometimes I'm pretty sure they have changed the stuff into English before because there's stuff that's like plot relevant.
Do you think the Japanese think we're retarded because our letters are so simple?
No, they have a simpler alphabet than us. Like
they have kanji, EliteAri. I could never draw one of those ever.
Yeah, but kanji wouldn't be an equivalent of a letter. It'd be the equivalent of a word. And our words, they have multiple letters. They're so complicated. The Japanese would be impressed by us, I'm sure.
People do say that English is a hard language to learn because, I after E except after C and silent letters.
Yep.
Now, who came up with silent letters?
All right. So, Kyle, what do you think of this chapter?
I don't know. I'm more concerned about letters right now.
My goodness.
I don't know. What happened this chapter? We got no dialogue. That was funny. We punched. And then Isa got her arms chopped off. That's crazy.
Yep. You know what, Kyle? This is going to be the easiest one for us because usually we just read over each thing. There's nothing to read.
I'm so sad.
I love this chapter, Kyle. It's
that
so
was
great.
Gonna be my bit. I did think
that's
about
a shame. Kyle, I have to say, I had a moment. I was reading this chapter, Kyle. I was reading it and I was loving it. And I'm like, man, the vibe of this chapter is so good. I was about halfway through and I was like, why is it so good? And then I realized there's no dialogue. And that was it. I hadn't realized up until that point that no one was speaking. And I was like, that's why it's so good. It's so different. And like, I'm following like by looking instead of reading. I was like, oh, this is so cool. So I loved it.
I did have a realization in a similar matter of fact, EliteAri, because I was like, and I think I had this last week and I probably didn't say it, but just believe me. And, because I was thinking, we got rid of ears, EliteAri. Do you remember this? This was crazy. Elephant, no ears. Now, I don't know how he comes up with this stuff, this Fujimoto. But, and then I was like, well, you can't do that, EliteAri. How would we have a manga? But, EliteAri, remember that silent movies exist? Crazy. Sometimes they had text pop up. That's not going to be
they did have text pop up.
But it is a form to have, well, I guess it could be a form to have no audio, but we're in a manga, you idiot. So to have no words, no verbiage, is very much something you could do. It's a stylistic choice that has now been adopted by force by the narrative. So it's like clever and stuff. So it now has like, because in any random manga, you might have one chapter where there's no dialogue or something crazy. Like in that Great Yamiya chapter, there was some dialogue, but there wasn't a lot of EliteAri. And we were all like, man, that's just so creative and cool, brother. But now we're doing it in Chainsaw Man, and it's like a thing that made us do it this way. So it's like cool.
I agree. Yep.
And that's why the mouths didn't get reversed immediately, EliteAri. And we're going to have at least a little while with no dialogue. And that's going to be epic.
I think, well, I just remembered something. Let me write it down before we get to it.
Well, why not just
write it down?
It's a plot of...
Because it's relevant to the... Yeah.
I see. Now, Miller, EliteAri, our great Miller the Killer, our buddy, our pal, he did bring up a good question. Do you think they got paid the normal rate, old Amanda and Sabrina, for this chapter? How do you think that works? Do you think it's in like their contracts? Do you think they have a union where they're contracted to get paid every chapter, no matter the amount of work? Or do they get paid by hour? But I imagine they don't
honestly, I
work
have
at
no
the
idea.
Crunchyroll office. So I imagine they're like working from home, hired, aren't even officially employed by Crunchyroll, some type of shit.
Wait, what does that do with this? Has nothing to do with Crunchyroll, right?
Wait, don't they translate this nonsense?
Do they? I would assume because it's
Don't you
through
watch them on
Shonen
your
Jump,
shitty?
it would
Oh
be some
no,
like
I
Viz
was
Media or
confused,
something.
EliteAri. I'm confused. All right, it's not. This isn't on Crunchyroll. You read it on shitty Shonen Jump. They're all the same. So whatever.
Yep.
Well, even worse,
Whatever.
Shonen Jump ain't hiring no fucking English translators outright.
Yeah, there's probably you know what, they probably do the same thing as outsourced animators where they get paid, extremely low amounts for extremely large workloads.
Yes,
So
but was it an extra low amount this time?
Probably, yeah.
But
I have no idea,
do you
Kyle,
think the
that's the
person
answer.
above them that like sends it out to them even like is familiar with the content in which they are sending out, or do you think they're just like, okay, one chapter rate, send it out? Like that person's never read Chainsaw Man in their life.
I'm sure if you're in charge of the translation for all the Shonen Jump manga, you're probably familiar with all of them, at least somewhat of a level. You can't just like ship out something without knowing at all what it is.
Well,
I feel
how
like
big do you think the translation department is for each language? It's not more than one person.
I don't know. I have
and you're
no
just
idea.
coordinating
It depends
the
on,
hiring
no,
of.
I don't know.
It's a classic question, EliteAri. Much more interesting than Chainsaw Man, I must say.
Mm.
But anyway, EliteAri, we open on a dude without a mouth, and then a dude called Chainsaw Man without a mouth, and then this one dude like runs away or something, and then another dude is like on the phone because we still got phones.
I do have to say, oh, it is a phone, isn't it? I know. I do have to say this is kind of interesting because when I first read this, I was like, oh, this is like a funny scene, right? Where the guy like sees something and he doesn't say anything and he runs away.
Mm-hmm.
But then I realized it's because he doesn't have a mouth. He can't say anything. This is just like his response. He just run away. So this is for him is like a serious moment. Where initially I thought it was like a more comedic kind of thing, which I still read it as comedic, but it is funny because he just can't say it. He's not screaming because he can't. But
do you think in the Great Chainsaw Man anime he's going to be making noises?
It'll depend on what the next few chapters say if people can make noises or not. I guess like we do have people on phones here, so something is being communicated. But it could be like a typing. You type a message and then you hear it through your ear or something. I don't know.
We did do experiments last time, EliteAri, if you recall, where I tried to speak with my mouth closed, and I proved that you couldn't, even though you insinuated that you could, because you're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
That's besides the point, So he's making noises. He's going, like when their mouth's tied up, Remember when Armin got molested that one time? That was crazy. Now, it's also a thing, EliteAri, because I'm like, people don't know who Chainsaw Man is. What the fuck are they running away for? And I was like, oh, it's just a demon. Of course you would run away, EliteAri. What are you, scaredy cat?
Boy,
but then remember, Chainsaw Man got famous. And they all try to kill him.
The entire world turned into Chainsaw Man, Yeah,
that was crazy. Don't expect me to remember that. Anyway, Chainsaw Man starts walking out. And then he's looking around a little bit because, he doesn't care. He's just cool and stuff. And then we got some people who, like, want to kill all the Chainsaw Mans. And they don't entirely understand that this is the strongest Chainsaw Man. And so they just get decapitated. And we're there.
Yep. True.
They try to stab him and he just broke off because, he's got berserker armor on.
He is very strong, yes, this Chainsaw Man, as we see by the end of this chapter.
Ah, that's because he beats up some other characters. I remember. Now, there was something to say there, EliteAri. Now, what was this? Oh, EliteAri, were we reading Reddit or something, or would Miller not shut the fuck up? Somebody keep saying, this is Pochita, and he loves Denji, so he just gets rid of all the people Denji doesn't like, and he doesn't harm those that Denji likes. So, that's why well, I guess I should talk about this more with the ISIS stuff, because I thought I was a genius, and then I thought, maybe I'm not a genius, but we'll talk about it when we get to ISIS. Because that bitch's head isn't off, and there's got to be a reason. But her arm came off. And then
that is true.
Why would he do that?
It's what the chapter title is, both hands. Isn't that crazy? She's lost both hands. Oh no, what was I going to say, Kyle? What were we just... Yeah, I can't believe it. I got distracted.
Miller the Killer, Chainsaw Man, Pochita does what Denji wants,
Oh yeah, but the Pochita thing. There is... I know, obviously, I'd want to go back and reread it to get the details, but my understanding was that we learned about this Chainsaw Man as the hero of hell, like this hero that was killing both demons and basically anyone in its path. It would kill them, and people would cheer for it. And whenever you call for help, it'll help you, but it'll also kill you at the same time. But the issue is that this Chainsaw Man was, I think, narrated through Makima's perspective, and she was obviously a fanatical Chainsaw Man fan, so her perspective might be biased. So I don't know if we even have an idea of what this Chainsaw Man is from like an unbiased perspective. I don't think this is Pochta. I mean, it literally is Pochta, but I don't think it's like the Pochta we've seen before who was communicating with Denji. I think
That
it's like
little cutie little dog thing.
yeah, like I don't think he has Denji's intentions at heart when he's doing things here. But maybe I guess we'll see next chapter if it does tie in. But
Now,
yeah,
did we ever get a shot of in my head, EliteAri, I have a shot of Chainsaw Man in hell fighting. We didn't see that.
I
Did
also
we?
have one. It was like a pile of corpses or something, right? And he was like
Yeah, and he
fighting
was
them.
like, and there was like
It
demons
must be
jumping at
that
him,
because
and he was doing a
yeah,
pose or something. Now, if
yeah,
this is real, big, because
it
I was
must
gonna
be.
say we don't know if that Chainsaw Man looked like this Chainsaw Man, but maybe we do. But I
Yep.
can't be expected to remember such things.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure we
EliteAri, when
saw
you
something like
said
that.
something about reread, I was going to cut in and joke that, well, EliteAri, let me tell you something and fake out that I actually reread all of Chainsaw Man. But
I
I'll
wouldn't
save
believe
that
you.
joke for a different time. Then,
Yeah.
EliteAri, we get unlimited L's here. Katana Man, ready to get beat up by Chainsaw Man again.
Samurai sword, yes.
Yes, Katana Man. And he does his little dumb pose, and then we get another hit, so...
I love this pose.
his pose sucks and he's annoying, except he became cool for a little while, so I don't hate him anymore. So EliteAri, then they write hit again twice. How long do you think your thumb bleeds for when you cut it off? Do you think you could write a thing, or does the blood get dry, or does it keep going, or how?
I mean, you could
it
just
would be
like
so
tap
bad
it with
and
your
put it on
finger,
that dirty
right?
mirror, and that would hurt.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, but not if you're a really well-trained public safety dog, as they used to say. Then you'd be able to hold it in and be strong, just like Yoshida.
Yoshida didn't cut his finger off. He's a little pussy. He got eaten. Remember? He's
Yeah,
dead.
but he's brave. He confronted Chainsaw Man head on, and he might be dead. I don't know. But I
Wait,
don't
he
think
didn't
so.
show up at the end of this chapter. That's Bigly. Now, I've been
Well, he
saying
doesn't have
Bigly
his
a lot of
octopus
EliteAri.
anymore.
You noticed that recently?
No.
That's just a Donald Trump line. I don't know why I'm saying it. It's a little funny.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he got hit. He got punched twice.
Yes, by the what's his name? What's her name? His name? The aging devil.
No, it's actually the...
Getting old devil, I think, or something.
I don't know. I
Like,
can't remember the arguments or which side's real or which side I was on,
the
EliteAri.
senility devil. I don't know.
It was the woman devil. Now, and
True.
then we got a sushi sword, EliteAri.
We do. Pretty cool. I like it a lot.
That's why it's like weak, because who cares about sushi?
Well, it depends how much you love it. Mine would be so strong because I love sushi, Kyle.
Sushi's pretty cool, but this is one of those fake sushis where it's just the rice and then the fish on the top. It's not like a great teriyaki chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet chili chicken.
And those orange fish eggs that taste very
True,
nice.
those taste good. And then sometimes you get the crab on the top of these things. That's the best on EliteAri.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
And then
true.
some scallops that they don't cook.
I would never eat that.
Maybe they cook them. I don't know. Sometimes they look good, and I like scallops. But every time I get them, I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have got that one. And it's a little cold. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, sword, stab, punch, cut.
Yep.
But we don't see any of it, and then we see him pulling his hands out of the mirror, but they're gone. That's crazy. And then Katana Man's hands are off, and then his arms are off, and then his head is off, and then he does a little trip, and then he trips on top of Isa. That's pretty funny. And then,
Yep.
actually, it's not Isa, it's Yoru, because their silly scars are out. This is the hand job one. Oh my god, the sushi sword is on the ground, and it's I never noticed that, EliteAri.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck is my phone going off, EliteAri? A Twitch notification. NMP lol went live. I don't give a fuck. Now,
do you think you could eat the sushi bit of the sushi sword, or would that be like not edible anymore?
no, it's like the hilt, obviously, if you are looking at this great image. So it's like metal. It's just for decoration, of course.
Okay.
Because then she made the sushi bigger. So, like, does she have infinite sushi?
Exactly. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
No, that's like banned. Like in, is that even in Mushoku Tensei where you can't make water or money? Like physically,
No,
not
you can definitely.
economically.
There is no money in it.
Remember when he made that cup,
there is,
EliteAri?
but...
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was the sickest thing
Now,
ever. My goodness.
What world am I thinking of, EliteAri, where it's like impossible to make money or something, or water? Who knows?
I don't know.
Now,
It could be anything. Game of
EliteAri
Thrones.
never knows when I ask him questions. You ever noticed that? But anyway,
Mm.
Yoru's up there, and then the head's looking at her, and that's crazy. And then she kicks the body off, and then she lost a fucking arm, EliteAri, and even more of the other arm because they're both bleeding. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, EliteAri, the main
sick.
character's girlfriend's not gonna have no arms, so she's getting these arms back. But
So why do you think that? Because I don't think it's that crazy.
Yeah, it would be a funny little Fujimotoism. But yeah,
Like, there's people in the world without arms, Kyle, and they get around fine. So I don't think it would be that
And
crazy to
you're
write a
telling me
story
they
around people
date the
without
Great
arms.
Chainsaw Man? I don't think so.
Maybe. I mean, I guess the thing is that in a lot of other fiction, when characters do lose arms, it comes back. That would be like the main evidence, I guess. I don't know.
And
But
there's
it's not
no
that
way
crazy,
everybody gets that. Nobody in Chainsaw Man should be not be getting their arms reattached. I don't know what sort of stupidity this Fujimoto thinks we're dealing with here, but obviously in the world of Chainsaw Man, we have the ability to regrow arms.
Well, we did have the Darkness Devil, which cut off all the people's arms, and Aki never got his back. But
True.
Makima did, but she was a devil, or a devil, I guess, technically.
But it does look cool when you don't got an arm and your thing is flapping in the wind.
True. I mean, I guess I really like these last few panels. They're pretty sick.
EliteAri!
Cinematic.
This is Puchita.
Oh,
Epic, Leary. Remember your point, because I got to interrupt you. This is Puchita protecting Denji because Denji got raped by those arms, so he cut them off.
I'm sure that's what was happening. Yep. Okay.
Okay, what were
Genius,
you saying?
Kyle.
Cinematic or something?
I just said it's really cinematic and cool. I like these final few pages where it's just the showdown, which I think is also meant to imply. I don't know how this is going to go, because I do think my theory is that this will be a flashback next chapter based on how this ended. And then I saw Miller the Killer type the same thing. I was like, oh, now he's going to think I took it from him. But I didn't. Okay, if you're listening right now, Miller, I thought of it myself. But this, because the one thing we know about Yoru, or the War Devil and Chainsaw Man, is that they fought before. Like in the first chapter or second chapter or something, she talked to Asuka about how, like, oh, you know, I fought him and he kept dying, but he kept coming back because it's Chainsaw Man, and I'm going to make him spit up nuclear weapons and all that. So they have fought before. So I thought maybe it could be interesting to have this be a kind of reference to a chapter we're going to get next chapter, which is like the actual first fight. And maybe in this moment, there's more going through Yoru's mind than what seems to be the case is what we're looking at now. This is why it feels kind of cinematic of her staring him down, because maybe it's like some meaningful parallel to what happened in her past. I have no idea. Or maybe it's just cool, because it's cool.
First of all, EliteAri, shut the fuck up, we're not up to that. Second of all, it's going to be like the God Hand moment, EliteAri, where we see all of Void's old friends and they're all different. It's going to be old Control Devil. She's going to be sitting there and she's going to look a little bit like Makima in one little way, and we're all going to...
you know what's crazy? That's exactly what I wrote in my notes. I said, this is going to be... I didn't know the name, but the thing we got in that Elf Island is going to be the same as that, where you get all these old God Hands. It's going to be sick, and...
Imagine not knowing Void's name. Embarrassing.
Well, I know Void, but not the guy who... Guy Zerek, is that the name? Am I a genius?
The Great Skull Knight.
Thank you, yep.
Of course. Geisric the Old King or something. Now, EliteAri, do you think I can remember that one-off troll dude that hits the thingy that makes him have the flashback? No, EliteAri. I fell off. I don't know Berserk anymore. Now, EliteAri, she's bleeding on both arms, and then she does like a walk, and then she gets into a blowjob position.
Well... This is where the ambiguity of the chapter comes, isn't it, Kyle?
True.
So let me, I guess, just to describe, she looks like she's on her one knee now. She's looking kind of down, and then Chainsaw Man is seemingly like looking down at her, I guess, or is in a superior position. He walks closer. She's still looking down. He stops walking, interestingly. Then we get the final page, which is her looking up, staring with a very ambiguous look of whether this is complete, like, fear or like wanting to run away, or whether this is complete determination and wanting to fight.
Now,
so I don't know what's going on here, so I'm kind of interested to see where this goes.
I thought something was implied here, and it was probably just another thing I missed because, you know, I don't remember Chainsaw Man. So I did, and then I was like, when we get to this part in the review, it'll be funny, so I'll wait until then for EliteAri to tell me what this is. But then I couldn't wait, so I tabbed over and I went to the Reddit to see what everybody else was saying. You know, I pre-checked, I pre-watched, and it was just nobody knew, and you don't know, so thank God I didn't wait. I would be very disappointed right now.
I guess I don't know. I do think, and I guess the reason to think it's a flashback is that at the end there's like this little black strike, which is like implying that something's happening.
Now, it's a flashback.
There's two things. It could be implying flashback. It could also be implying death, like decapitation, but I doubt it.
Epic.
Yeah. Now it could be implying some crazy things, but we'll get to that. It's...
Oh, I gotta wait?
This could be anything, Kyle. I think if this is a flashback, we'll have way more context for what's actually going on here. I think the simplest reading is that this is... Oh, actually, I don't even think there is a simplest reading. I was going to say, to me, obviously, this is
she's remembering the last time he cut her up.
No, this feels like she's getting serious, like she's about to go like crazy mode, you know? Like, oh my gosh, Berserk or something. That's what this page looks like to me. What does it look like to you, Kyle? What do you think's going on here on this final?
You know, I was
page?
just like, flashback. She's envisioning the last time she was like this when she died. Now, I don't know if Chainsaw Man ever killed her, EliteAri. Don't know if that was ever said, but probably, I'm going to assume because it fits with my narrative right now. Now, and that's all I thought. I was like, my goodness, a flashback and a void moment.
Okay, Kyle. Okay, well, there's two interesting things I want to talk about here. Okay.
Determination is lame. She can't be Chainsaw Man. What's she gonna do? Go Super Saiyan?
Well, that's the interesting thing. Like, what could she do? That's like, well, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Because there's no way that she can beat him. She lost to Quan Chi. Now she's losing here to Chainsaw Man. Like, I guess there's two. Well, firstly, she's probably realizing in this moment that another potential thing she's realizing is that, oh my gosh, I'm actually not that strong at all. I lost to Quan Chi. Now I'm losing again here. Because that was like a plot point back then when they broke into the prison. The other kind of element of Yoru and I guess the War Devil is that there was a big thing about her early on about not wanting to be forgotten. Like she kind of was sad about like people not accomplishing anything in her life or like being forgotten by people. And there was also the element of her like not wanting to be perceived as dumb. Like I think when Asa called her dumb or something, she's like, "I'm not dumb," and she got mad. So these are all elements which could be tying into this moment. I don't know how. I think this is all leading toward me thinking there is going to be some.
Don't worry, EliteAri, I figured it out. So, EliteAri, we're flashing back. The girls are all fighting them. We're not going to see the death one. All right, EliteAri, don't get excited. But Makima, and what's the other one? Fami. And it's still going to be Fami because, she's still a character. But it's not going to be Makima.
That would be kind of interesting.
If it was can't Fami, be, because she can't be on the Earth if it's the same one, right?
Well, we don't know. She could have made a contract with the Hell Devil or something. Come over. Who knows?
Now, that's crazy, EliteAri. So, remember, Yoru is actually just a shitty owl. How the fuck's a shitty owl gonna fight? So what's happening is she's just flying over the battle, EliteAri. She's not doing anything. She's a little weakling. Everybody always comments they bullied her in Hell School. They're like, "You're supposed to be a fur devil. You're just a shitty little owl." And then they kicked her, EliteAri. And then her sisters had to come in and send them to Earth.
Oh, I would love that. Oh my god.
And so she was just lying about how she used to kill Chainsaw Man all the time and come back, and it was actually her sister.
Oh, and like her big speeches here about how she's going to kill Chainsaw Man and everything is just her pretending that she wants to prove herself, and she's like convinced herself that she's actually strong, but she's not at all. And in this moment, she's realizing I haven't gotten anywhere since I was my arrogant self back in when I was reborn into this world. And
she came to the Great Ice, EliteAri, because she knew that Chainsaw Man wanted a sexy high schooler, and that was her way to power.
Or maybe we do get more stuff with her actually relating to Asa, and the flashback ties into how she chose, why she chose Asa.
You just got thrown away, and you were a little weakling, and and you don't have any friends and no family, and I don't have. I hate my family. They're just so cool, and I'm so weak.
There's so much cool stuff that could happen in a flashback, and it's what. What if it doesn't happen? What if there's no flashback? What if it's just the next chapter is the fight continuing?
The only thing I like is that, like, oh, she literally died. Because if Asa gets her head chopped off, then I might start thinking, like, maybe 2% chance that Knight is dead.
All right.
And maybe a 5% chance that the cat is dead.
You know what I think happens? If her head gets chopped off, I think there's like 100% chance of time travel. I think that's what's happening, Kyle. It's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe Chainsaw Man will do something to some time devil or something, and we're going back. She's getting her arms back. She's getting her head back. Octopus is coming back. It's all getting undone. The mouths are coming back. It's all going to do with time travel, and I'm going to be the happiest person in the world. It's going to happen.
Yeah, shitty writing, just getting rid of all the great stakes or something. Yep.
And then it's going to tie into Yoshida, and it's going to be, and Kishibe's going to show up, and it all be related, and it's all going to be because of my giant brain that I predicted ages ago, and everyone's going to be like, how did he know? And I'll be like, you know what? I don't know how I knew, but I knew somehow.
But EliteAri, anyway. You can't forget Barum.
Well, he's kind of like in pain right now, dying on the sushi floor.
If you tell me, Now, what did he say? He was like, oh yeah, I need to do this or something. Because he made all this happen, EliteAri, remember? He made a dead
Yeah, he said, well, he was working with Fami in the Chainsaw Man Church. Which, did we even see Fami at all in the last few chapters? I don't think we have.
She was eating sushi at one point.
Yeah, that was the last time we saw her, I think. But even before Baron.
That was like a chapter ago.
That was many chapters ago, many weeks ago, Kyle. So who knows what Fami's doing here? There's so many unresolved plot threads like throughout this chapter, which this part, I guess. I'm on the edge of my seat to see them picked up eventually, Kyle.
I'm not. This sucks.
All right. Anyway, the first thing was time travel. I'm excited to see that happen. It's gonna happen. Secondly, if we do a flashback, are there going to be mouths in the flashback, or are there going to be no mouths?
True, we're retconning
That's
history. That would
like
be
what
epic.
what does that mean? That would be interesting. I really, really hope if there is a flashback that there's no mouths, because that'd be the sickest thing ever. But see, maybe not.
It depends. Maybe that
And
has
also,
to do with
Kyle,
the Time Devil, you know? The Time Devil decides whether or not the mouths are there or not.
true, and we get like the actual like panels of the manga have like, I don't know, what could we do? You could do something interesting with paneling in time, or like a narrator. Like maybe the panel becomes the narrator, like the border around the panel, and they can speak, but like no one in the panel can speak or something, and that'd be kind of cool.
What he should do is he should put the pages out of order and have page numbers on them, and do the thing where you got to scroll. You ever read a Choose Your Own Adventure book or something, EliteAri? And
Never.
it would be like that, but it would actually be, but it would tell two stories. It would tell a story if you actually read it like a moron and just read it down vertically, like, you know, as you do on thegreatmangasi.com. Or if you actually did follow the Choose Your Own Adventure and started with the third one and then went to the seventh one, and then there would be two different things, and that's like time and stuff.
I'm sure that will happen, Kyle. That's great.
I'm a genius, don't worry. Now, I was making some classic joke before that joke, EliteAri, but now I forgot it.
Well, I was gonna tell you that you're wrong, and if this is a flashback, we actually are definitely gonna see the Death Devil, because we're gonna see all four sisters together. They're all gonna be living their life in hell, and they're all definitely gonna see the Death Devil.
I guess this could be the reveal.
And they're gonna be, you know, I've said this many times, they're gonna be blackbird themed, because we've seen a bunch of blackbirds throughout this part 2, and it's definitely gonna tie into the Death Devil. So I don't know how, whether it'll be the Witch Doctor mask like we speculated. I think only the War Devil's a bird, right?
Well, if this one's also a bird,
like, no,
what
not
if they
a bird,
all have
but bird themed?
Shut up. Now they all have little bird forms, just like Puchita has a little dog form, obviously. So you know, owls. What even? Let's look at this bird, EliteAri. Let's go back to chapter 1. Was it an owl? Because now I'm thinking, does that thing look like a kiwi bird?
It was kind of like an owl, yeah.
But it was like fuzzy.
It had scary eyes. That was the main thing.
This fucking shit isn't numbered right. What is it? 98, I think?
Yep.
Shut up. You don't know. Oh, 98. It's Yoru on the great... Now we gotta go all the way to the end? Fuck off, Bucky.
I'm pretty sure it's
just
it's an owl with weird eyes.
Shut up, EliteAri. I'm gonna make this decision myself. Now I'm scrolling up. Now she's got a sword and, you know, something. Apparently this owl... Oh my god. So this ain't no owl. This is like a platypus. Look at its fucking beak.
Alright, let me have a look. Wait a minute. Where's this Yoru owl?
They're all Australian bird themed, and platypus counts. And the other one's gonna be
really an owl.
And the other one's gonna be is it even a bird? It don't got wings, unless it's hiding on its back.
It definitely looks like a bird, and I think we're meant to take from this that it's a bird, but we might be deception. But
it is perched on a tree light like a little bird. Now,
traffic light, yeah.
Tree light. Now, because birds are on trees, that was a classic joke. Now, so if this thing's a crow, EliteAri, because crows are evil. It's actually a magpie, because we're sticking with our Australian theme. Now, what other birds we got? Cockatoo, EliteAri, we love the cockatoos. And I need a fourth bird, Australian bird, EliteAri, come on now. A fucking emu, brother. A fucking emu. Now, which one's Fami? Now, which one likes food? The emu needs a lot of food, EliteAri. So, Fami's the emu. Anyway, they're all birds, EliteAri. They're not going to be Australian birds because Fujimoto's not that cool. Now, we got a crow. We got a whatever this thing is, a little fat thing, because they don't do nothing. Now, because it's actually weak, as we established.
I think it's meant to be an owl, like sit close enough to it.
I don't know, like EliteAri. Now that I'm looking at it, you're just biased because, you know, this is what I've just been telling you. Now, it's like a penguin, EliteAri. It's a penguin.
It's definitely not a penguin.
Like its little body, it's a penguin. Oh my god. Fami is just so cute, EliteAri. She'll be a penguin. The Death Devil can't be the scary blackbird. That's lame, EliteAri. That's not something Fujimoto
Well, then it would... Yeah, but it's going to be so cool when you go back and reread part 2 and you see the little, like, embers
we
of
got
Death
fucking
Devil
chickens, too, I remember, EliteAri. Fucking chickens.
We do have chickens.
A headless chicken. The first chapter...
And actual chickens in her dream.
First chapter... Yeah, she's running over the chickens because it's the first chicken from the chapter, EliteAri, inciting incidents. And because first chapters, you know, they got to thematically tie in. I'm onto something with this bird nonsense. Makima's a bird. Maybe it's just because she's a hot girl and, you know, you call girls birds, you know, EliteAri. That's pretty
There was that moment in season 1 of the anime where there was a crow and they were, like, looking at it and they're like, what's wrong? What's this squirrel? And then it like killed them, and it turns out it was Makima at the temple killing them or something.
She
So
did
she has
like
something related to
she
with
was the
crows.
rats too, EliteAri. She liked little birds and little rats to spy on
Yeah,
people. Hmm. So
crazy.
this bird thing, EliteAri, much more likely than your nonsense time travel thing you've been going on about for like 3 years.
I mean, that's just how Yoru is getting her, or us is getting her hands back. It's gonna happen. And
Yoru's
Octopus
hands
is
too,
coming back.
EliteAri. Don't be so fucking
I don't think they're Yoru's hands. She can just
devilist.
like, she could probably hop bodies into someone else. Oh, wouldn't that be crazy if she hops into like, I don't even know who she could hop into. Someone else. That'd be cool. Fami or something? Oh my gosh.
No, she can't do that. Now, what is this, EliteAri? So we got a little. So we're just saying this is the devil's form. So does Makima have a little animal form, or was Makima just the control devil? See, this is
No,
we're
I
onto
think
something.
I
With
don't.
the big characters all have cute little animal things that we can sell plushies of, EliteAri. I'm onto something.
I think it is. I think it's just the war devil is a literal bird. I think that's it. Because like if you think Nayata was like a little girl and she grew up from a little girl to like I guess a slightly older little girl. So I don't know.
True.
I don't think she was ever a bird, but maybe I don't know. It's not
So,
impossible.
EliteAri, I'm pretty sure, the fourth Game of Thrones book is called A Feast for Crows, EliteAri. I'm pretty sure that was a saying before that silly novel. And the big thing is that crows are like, they eat all the bodies after, the big battles. So why isn't the war devil the crow? Because you only get eaten by a crow if you're dead. So that's why it's the death devil. Now, that was leading up to something. Remember in Vinland Saga, they had crows eating eyes and stuff too? And then in Serial Experiments Lane, there's an eye-eating imagery. And look at this. We got a bird and Ice's eye here.
Yoru's eye, yes, because it has the little spot or circle things.
No, this is Ice's eye looking up at Yoru.
Oh, we must be. I'm looking at the current chapter. Sorry. All the people listening, they're like, what are these guys talking about?
Absolute nonsense. Remember when Ice's
Kyle
face got
edited
cut
on
open?
screen.
It's crazy.
True.
EliteAri, you just gotta make great Chainsaw Man theory videos. Anyway, anything else before we get to the great Reddit.com?
No, I think that's it for this chapter.
Oh,
I am actually curious what people thought.
I think they were all very positive.
I could see this go either way. Okay, we'll see.
Now, EliteAri, you need to say some more shit so I can figure out how to stream.
Support links in the description below. Don't forget to go to OrdinaryAri and subscribe. Don't subscribe to Secondary NT. If anything, unsubscribe from Secondary
I would never encourage somebody to unsubscribe from the great OrdinaryAri, and I would appreciate if you didn't do the same. Now, EliteAri, you can see everything, right?
I can, yeah.
I accidentally closed
my Makima right there.
So, now, hold on, EliteAri. I got to let the people see. The people we got to do it for the fans, EliteAri.
Right.
Oh, my God.
I'm glad they can see that.
Oh, I made that image, EliteAri. What, do you think that's funny? Let's see this VOD. The checks are still going. Still checking, EliteAri. Nice. Now, discussion link. This is what we want, EliteAri. Deep memories. Because there's no mouth anymore.
Gross.
This is
I don't
crazy.
like that.
Because Denji Pochita got rid of mouths because Makima manipulated with the mouth, EliteAri. Oh my God, it's your dream girl, EliteAri. What the fuck is this?
Just a dude cosplaying Yoru.
Oh, it's a dude.
Wait, why would this be my dream girl?
Because you love Isa so much. You're a little simp.
That's Yoru.
I saw this one too, EliteAri. This is pretty funny. Now let's see if they're speculating about the payment. I bet Miller saw this, and that's why he commented on it. He didn't come up with this thought originally. This chapter felt like the opposite of the Hunter. Oh, true, EliteAri, because there's so much text.
JJK. There we go. Next comment. We love it.
It felt like the opposite of any JJK, so much text, I'm sure, EliteAri. These fucking Jujutsu Kaisen fans can't read. What the fuck? Now we're laughing. That's pretty funny.
God.
When you're good at your job, it seems like you do nothing at all.
Okay, all right. I think I get the point, Kyle. Right.
Oh my God, there's nothing here, EliteAri. I think we saw some of these last time. Did they put that in the joke? I don't remember previous chapters having this, or is it? Oh, they've never noticed the great Amanda or Sabrina. This is disgusting. You've definitely overlooked them. Let's not make that one.
True.
Back to through the last 10 chapters of all, which had 2 names.
Oh my God.
Even 3. They're not watching the fucking videos they should be.
Absolutely not.
Only we give proper respect to the great Sabrina and Amanda.
Yeah.
Translate the entire chapter, so cut it. Yes. Right. This chapter was average.
I think this is better than average.
Oh, let's just, not load. Very good,
Classic.
EliteAri. So many very bads. You got some dot dot dots. Oh my god, let's just read one new one. Not related to this
This is
chapter, but I
new.
want to ask one question. Public safety, you gotta be eat a devil big. I don't care, EliteAri.
Yeah, true. That's why we like the best ones.
No,
Or
we
the
like
top
top.
ones.
How do they differentiate between top and best?
Top is just the largest number of upvotes, and best is like a mix of up and down.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh my god, I went up and down. Fuck top. EliteAri's a Redditor chat. Give him a break.
I could be wrong.
I love the little red man. Sushi sword, true.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best 15 seconds of the week. Also, Katana Man and Yoru's dynamics will always bring me laughter because she kicked him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the one I saw earlier.
Oh
and I was like,
god,
oh my god, what's happening?
me.
Is this supposed to be a menacing, or is this the realization that she's cooked? She's cooked on God for real? Flashback transition, perhaps. Holy hell, also the background color is changing. 100% flashback. We're going to get Pushi to 8 Yoru's ass next chapter. Now that's crazy. Let's see if anybody thinks it's the other way. Hey, yo, go on. Eat what? Oh my god, that's very funny. He just ate atomic weapons. True. Probably the ladder. How about you get a ladder? And then jump off with EliteAri. Stop threatening people. I think she's just been tripping forward in that panel like she randomly fell forward in an attempt to... Thank you. I have no idea how to read her express. This isn't very interesting. Turns out the mouth is very important for reading facial expressions. Hilarious. Black border would mean a flashback. Shut up, Miller. Finally, the reading comprehension devil has been defeated. Surely nobody will misunderstand now. I was waiting for a laugh, EliteAri, and you didn't deliver. The vision devil in question.
I don't know, Kyle.
Reddit's just too smart for us. Now, why are they calling him Fujimoto?
Well, it's like Dennis and Naito.
But I've never seen this one before.
It's very common. There's a lot of variations of Fujimoto.
We're just so quirky, EliteAri. Oh, I even have one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Katana Man. Chainsaw Man can easily counter my dash attack and slice me to bits. Also, Katana Man. Maybe this time it will be different.
True.
We already made that joke. Oh my god, he's doing the classic. There looks like there's a hair on the screen.
And you fell for it.
I fell for it many years ago and never again, EliteAri. Don't you worry. True hardworking... hilarious.
Right.
Dialogueless chapter. Bravo, Fuji. Epic. Whoa, Chainsaw Man, relax. That's the woman your other half might love. Chainsaw Man. Because she got her head cut off, EliteAri. Oh my god, it's Martin Scorsese, EliteAri. Do you agree with his comments that Marvel sucks?
No.
I agree with him. It's like a theme park ride, EliteAri. It's not real cinema. Now, finally a perfect chapter for your Chainsaw Man
Alright,
readers.
I think we got the point. Okay.
Back to scrolling, EliteAri. It's the same picture. Look away, EliteAri.
Alright.
It's a little tiger.
Oh, yep.
When he got scared that one time. Funny, blink and you'll miss it bit from this chapter this week. Sushi sword, true.
What the sushi sword?
All the time Katana Man has died spamming the same move. Oh, we got a little compilation. When did this happen? Oh, maybe when they were fighting last time.
Yeah, at the end of part 1.
The scar is bleeding. Did Miller say something about this?
Well, I don't know if the scar's bleeding or it's just blood
little
from all the attacks.
splurts, EliteAri. Now, what would the scar bleeding mean? So, does the scar say something that looks like a great...
Well, it could be that she's running. She could be leaving Us's body or something. Because that would probably lead to Us's death, I imagine.
No, it's Katana Man's blood. Oh my god, it's not bleeding here, but then she kicks him and there's blood. Oh my god, we've just discovered oh my god, the young people are holding the old up.
That's kind of cool. I didn't think about that.
Oh, transcript. That's hilarious. Chainsaw Man folk is going to save us, EliteAri. I fucking knew the jokes everyone would make, and I hate it. Is it a blowjob joke, EliteAri?
It probably is, yeah. How did you not make that joke, Kyle? Oh my god.
Oh, that's not very funny. Hey! I'm trying to do things. For God's sakes, I don't want to think about Pachita's secret chainsaw. Hilarious, EliteAri. Now, oh my god, this is like when she was coming or something. She doesn't have a mouth, dumbass. True. Oh, it can't be the No, that's very sad. She doesn't have hands either. How's she going to pleasure the great Chainsaw Man? Now, what is this, EliteAri? What am I looking at here? Is that Freddy? Is he hump?
Yeah,
Oh, he's
someone-
humping. He's thrust
yeah.
and his dick's hitting us. That's pretty good. Does he have his
Mhm.
little top hat on? Flare checks out.
I don't know the law.
The
I don't know
Pagorn
much about
Devil.
this.
That means gay porn devil, EliteAri, but you're supposed to read it wrong. It's supposed to show that you're secretly a gay man because you read it wrong.
Mhm.
I read it right, EliteAri, because I love women. Now, for a second, I forgot that Chainsaw Man's a horny. True. So, oh. Can I comment on this one, EliteAri?
It's Chainsaw Folk. What can I say? This is the
I
stuff
swear
they
I've
care
said that
about, okay?
before. Oh my god, there was like a wolf and a joker. Throw me to the wolves and I'll come back pregnant. That's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Chainsaw Man have so many horns. Okay, EliteAri, you know. Levi
This is
Ackerman.
great.
I wonder how Denji will react knowing he's voted the 12th most handsome anime man. Denji's 17, you pedophiles. Who are these people, EliteAri? These Jujutsu Kaisen?
I don't know who they are.
Look, there's hope for you short kings yet, EliteAri. Look at the
Thank
great
goodness,
Levi
yeah.
Ackerman.
True inspiration.
Brain rot. Oh, so this is how I die.
Is this a JJK thing, I'm guessing?
I guess I
I'm not gonna read
expected to
it.
put up a bit more of a
Hey,
fight
no,
to
no,
think
no.
I would die.
I'm not
Okay, I'll
listening.
read it in my head.
But then the poor audience, they're listening right now and they're like,
Yeah, it
What's he
is. It's
talking
that
about?
ear guy
it has to be.
that I keep
yeah.
seeing. Shout out. This sucks, EliteAri.
Yeah. What can I say?
I
It
can't.
was a good chapter.
The
so
Chainsaw
good that
Man
people didn't have nothing
Discord
to say.
iceberg, EliteAri. You want to get up to date with that?
No.
It's still checking,
What is
EliteAri.
this? Why are you leaking your upcoming video to people?
Still checking. Well, EliteAri, we've somehow gone for 41 minutes. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
But,
Classic
it's that time
chapter.
where I got to piss, so, I would like to yap some more, but I can't.
Yep. I guess generally, let me see if I have any notes. I have none. We already talked about them all.
More like a
Flashback time travel coming up.
Because we were just talking about all that sex.
Right.
God. Nobody else comes up with these jokes with me, EliteAri. Now... Oh, EliteAri, we haven't discovered whether or not we're waiting 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks for the next chapter.
Would you like me to tell you?
Yeah, I don't want to tab over.
I think it's 1 week.
So you don't even know.
New chapter coming in 7 days. I was correct.
One day they lied, EliteAri, so we don't trust them.
Yep.
The great flashback. We're going to see a little owl, a little crow. But the owl is not the one we were looking at. Obviously, that's a platypus. One of the other ones will be the owl, EliteAri. And then which bird eats the most? We established the emu, because it's the biggest. So we'll be seeing all the birds fighting the Chainsaw Man. What if we
You could also, you could do a thing about bullying or whatever, like, you're not feeling valued if all the other siblings or sisters are just normal girls and she's the bird. And it's like, well, she's the odd one out where she's just this weird owl thing and all the others are like pretty girls or whatever.
True.
That'd be kind of cool.
I don't know, EliteAri. They're all birds, okay?
Mm.
Well, I don't have a transition, EliteAri.
Support links in the description below.
No, EliteAri, not yet. I was gonna say, let's say goodbye to all these birds, like our audience is female, EliteAri. Is that a good one?
If you're a woman listening right now, leave a comment below.
What if Puchita is the Death Devil? You ever think about that?
Yeah, no, I don't think that's the case.
Oh, you were gonna say that was dumb, EliteAri, but you thought better.
Yeah, I think that's really dumb. It's not gonna be no, definitely not.
Chainsaw Man is actually every devil.
That would be cool.
No. Support links in the description below. Bye.